so I don't have to bounce around between two applications. I get it all in one app. It's very easy. Now, hopefully with Android 2.0, the unified inbox will definitely help that. Hopefully. But that's yet to be seen. So that's my only complaint with setup on the Hero, is that if you have multiple email accounts, it's not as nice. HTC's email program is decent. Gmail I like a lot better. There's a lot more, for me at least, since I use Gmail, that I prefer with it. Threaded messages, it keeps everything just like it does in Gmail. Search, you can search on the Hero in email. You can search with the pre in email, but you can only search for specific things like in the title and in the subject. It doesn't work as well on the pre. So initial setup for email, contacts, and calendar, I'm going to give it to the pre. It's a little bit easier to do. Works, I think, better. I'm going to give it up for the email, though, for search to the Hero. So, decide what's more important to you. Now I want to talk a little bit about basics. When you first get your phone, of course, I'll talk about apps and stuff in a later video, but the basics are calling, text messaging, and emails. So, and when I say emails, I mean like attachments, saving documents, forwarding, that sort of thing. So, let's start off with calling. Calling, I use Google Voice 100%. I've replaced all my numbers and I just use Google Voice. So, of course, with Android, you've got the Google Voice application that you can set by default to dial out. It's built into the OS, so any application that you use the phone for to dial out, it's going to use Google Voice. There's a really nice Google Voice application called G-Dial Pro. It's a great application. I mean, the developer did a fantastic job on it. It still does not supplement the full integration that you get with the Android version. So, that's, for me, I prefer calling on the Hero. It works really well. It's very, I don't want to say iPhone-esque, but you get the large number pad, and you get the large number pad also with the Hero. I'm sorry, the pre. That's actually G-Dial right there, and then you've got your selections down here at the bottom for history, text messages. So it's a pretty cool app. And on the Here, I'm just going to kind of hold it up high so you guys don't see my numbers there, unless you want to call my mom. She probably wouldn't like that, though. So it's a nice large dial pad there. You've also got your favorites. You can click into your favorites, and you got all the information for your people there. So works well. I mean, dialing's fairly easy. Let me show you the actual dialing application for the pre. If I can find it, because I never use it. Like I said, I use Google Voice. Let's see here. Phone, here we go. And the pre, also very nice. Now I've got a theme on here, so it's a little bit darker. I've got the iPhone or the Mac theme on here, so don't flame me. I don't care what you think. You've got your voicemail icon, your call history, and then of course your dialer. So it's very simple. One nice thing is when you start to type on the pre, it's going to start pulling up your contact, like that. So that's really nice on the pre. So calling on both, very good. I think I like it a little bit better on the pre. My only problem is I use Google Voice, so it works better for me on Android. But the calling application is very good on the pre, and I think I like it a little bit more. Text messaging, again, I use Google Voice, so it works 100% perfect on the Hero. And even not using Google Voice, the text messaging on the Hero is very good. I actually have downloaded HandSent SMS. It's a little bit different type of application than the built-in messages, but either works really well. You've got a list of your messages here. It also does, this is the, actually, let me show you the messaging app that comes with it in case you don't want to download HandSent. But there is a messaging bug with the Hero right now. If you use the messaging program and you send a text message out, it does not let the phone go back to sleep even with the screen off, and it just kills your battery. So really, since day one, I haven't used the built-in messaging app just because of that. And also you get some more features with HandSent and Chomp SMS, which are two really good text messaging replacement programs. But here's the regular SMS app. Let's see if you can, there you go. So it's got the whole list of conversations, similar to your other threaded options, and then that's the actual conversation view right there. I mean, one neat thing, it has the pictures, which I think is a really nice touch. On the pre, it's going to do pretty much the same thing. Pull it up here for you. All right, so there you go. Same kind of idea. The pre's, I think, looks a little bit nicer. And same thing, you got the pictures. So they both do emoticons. The Heroes is kind of cool because it does little Android emoticons, which is kind of cool. You can do picture messaging, video messaging with, of course, the Hero, picture messaging with the Hero. So both work real well. Email works very similar, kind of like what I've already said with email. The unified inbox on the pre, and being able to get all your messages on one app instead of having to rely on two different apps, I think puts the pre at an advantage. So far, when I pick up both phones up out of the box, that's what I notice. But with that said, search and Gmail integration is a lot better and a lot tighter on the Hero. You can star things, and you can star things also on the pre, so it's kind of not fair, but it looks and feels a lot just like the Gmail application you would expect on your computer. So for me, being a big Gmail user, the Hero, even though I don't get the unified inbox, the little conveniences that the Gmail app offers me, to me, is a better benefit. So I actually prefer that with the Hero. That's pretty much it. All I have for initial setup and basics and hardware. If you guys have any questions, you can send them to me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/mobilemike01. I'd be glad to answer anything for anyone, so if you have specific things you want to see, let me know. But that's pretty much it for week 1. I'll be back next week with another update and some more in-depth stuff and not just the general stuff. So see you then. And don't forget to check out the Gadget Gurus podcast.